in Greece and I am sweaty. This place is actually one of the most incredible places I've ever been to in my life. It's so gorgeous here. The weather is insane. It's over 30 degrees. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm loving it. It's just, I can't even explain it. So to catch you up on the last week or so, we've been in Turkey, which was beautiful. We went to the Grand Bazaar, we saw some mosques, and we just wandered around the city for hours and hours. It was a really beautiful, beautiful city. We had some issues on the first day. That's the reason why I wasn't really vlogging. It was really stressful, and we had to sort out a lot of stuff. Hi guys! Good morning! It's really hot today. There's been a massive thunderstorm for the past 2 days that has passed over us. It actually destroyed our balcony. Let me show you. See that thing right there was connected here and here, and it just fell right off. So when we first got there, we had to organize our visas, which took about 3 or 4 hours in the airport. When we got to our first apartment, the power was off. We had a power cut for most of the night, which was pretty stressful on our first night there as well. And then on our first sort of outing there the next day, because we got there pretty late in the evening, we were stopped in the square by what we thought was a tourist, and he said he was from the USA and that he was there on business with his friend, and he introduced us to his friend, and then he lifted up his friend's shirt and showed us the gun that was in his pants, which was pretty terrifying. But, you know, all in all, we had a really good time. We smoked a lot of shisha, and the Turkish hospitality is incredible. Everyone was so lovely to us. I can't even count the amount of free tea that we got there. It was incredible. But there's just something about Greece. The vibe here is magic. I can't explain it. We're in Athens, which a lot of people tell me is actually one of the worst places to go in Greece, but I can't see it getting any better than this. It is so awesome. So last night we got here sort of late in the evening. It took us a long time to get here from the airport, but our apartment is gorgeous. It's huge. There's about 5 beds in here, which is crazy because we got a really good deal on it. And today we weren't really sure what to do. We're not really close to the beach here. We're close to the main port. It's about a 40-minute walk straight that way. And we thought about walking down there and seeing what we could find, but I did a bit of research, and there's actually a coastal tram. So you get on a bus and it sort of takes you around, well, not really, it's a tram. The tram takes you along the coast and to the beach sort of south of where we are, which is where you can swim, because that's what we wanted to do today, as you can see by my beach hair. So we went, so to get on this tram, you need to get into the main square in the city, and I forget what it's called. It starts with an S. So our lovely host showed us where to get tickets from, and the public transport system here is incredible. You pay €1 to get an hour and a half of travel, so you can use it on trams, buses, trains, whatever, and you have it for an hour and a half. And you just pay another €1 and away you go. Or you can get a €4.50 pass, which you can use the whole day on whatever you want. So we bought our tickets and we got on the first bus. It was the most insane thing. So we got on this bus, which was literally a can of sardines. And I didn't even think Finn was going to get on it when we first saw how many people were on it. But she just shoved her way in and pulled me on, and I was like, oh my god, I can't breathe. It was so hot. And so we're standing on this bus, and I'm literally squeezed up against, I don't even know how many people. And then we stop, and the bus driver obviously lets on more people. And the guy next to me starts yelling and screaming at the bus driver in Greek. And I don't know what he's saying, but he is so mad. He's, like, literally, his face was, like, right here. And he was screaming at the bus driver, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep the camera in focus. And he's screaming, and I'm like, what is happening? What is he saying? And the bus driver turns around and starts screaming back at him, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the bus driver gets out and comes around and starts yelling at this guy, and they're like literally having a screaming match right next to my face, and I'm trying not to die from laughing. Finn's like right here, so I'm like literally in her arm, like trying so hard not to laugh. It's not funny. It wasn't funny at the time. It was very scary. But I just, in that situation, I didn't know what to do. It was so weird. We had no idea what the fuck they were saying, and they were literally having a screaming match right next to me. I was stressed. I don't know what to do. It was hilarious. I'm sorry, it wasn't hilarious, but it was hilarious. And so we decided to get off a couple of stops later and walk the rest of the way. So we got off, had a nice coffee, tried to debrief on the situation, and then we walked the rest of the way to the metro station, which would take us into the square. It took us about an hour to walk to the metro station, and it was an interesting walk. We saw a lot of the suburbia, which was really cool. So we made it to the metro station, caught the metro and a couple of stops to the square, and then we had some lunch, which was so good. We had like pomegranate, like beautiful crisp salad and pina coladas, and oh my god, it was so good. Everyone was so lovely. The vibe here is so positive. Everybody is so friendly. A lot of people helped us out because we couldn't find the tram. So we decided to get on this tram, and it was going to take us an hour to get to the beach that we wanted to go to. And it sort of goes like this through the city to the coast, and then it goes along the coast. And I thought it was going to be like a big tram that you could sit down and chill for an hour, but it was just as packed as the bus. And I looked at Finn, and she was literally like pale, like a ghost, about to pass out. It was so hot, and I don't think the cocktails really helped. So Finn's trying not to pass out, and I'm thinking, okay, I reckon we just get to the coast and maybe get a taxi the rest of the way. So 40 minutes later, we've been standing on this super hot, crowded tram, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think what to do. Finn's going to throw up or pass out or something. We need to suss a plan. And then we get to the first stop along the coast, and I just look out, and I see a beach, and there are people swimming. And so I grab Finn, and I'm like, we're getting the fuck off this tram. And we just get off and get to the beach, and oh my god, I can't even explain how happy we were to be on that beach. It was gorgeous, and the water was lovely, living, and it was hot, and we just lay out and tanned. It was great. But of course at this point it was about 5 o'clock, so we only really sat there for an hour, and then came back to our apartment, and we're just sort of chilling out. We're gonna get changed and go out for dinner. But oh my god, we have a plan tomorrow, let me tell you. Instead of going all the way back to the square and catching that tram again, we're just going to catch a bus straight to that first stop that we ended up at today. And we're just going to beach hop along the coast, because that we can just get on that tram line and just get off along each stop along the coast and just swim and bathe in the sun and just have an excellent time. So I'm very excited to go back to the beach. And tonight we're going to find a fish restaurant, because when you're in Greece you have to eat fish, right? And we're probably going to watch Mamma Mia. I am having just the most incredible time here. It is beautiful. The sun is shining. I am living. It's just the best. I'm in such a good mood, I can't even tell you. I was really sick in Turkey. We had a lot of days off because we were just so exhausted and so sick from traveling. So it's nice to be in good spirits, eating lots of salad, drinking lots of fruit juice, and just having the best time. I can't believe that we're not here for longer. I only really have tomorrow, and then the next day I have to be at the airport at like 4 a.m, so we don't really have anything to do that day. Finn's here for another 3 days by herself, and I'm so jealous. She's going to have an incredible time. She's going to go and stay in a hostel and meet some other travelers. But I will keep you updated, and I hope I make you very jealous with my beach vlogs, because they're going to be sick. Okay, bye guys.